Let me ask you something real quick. What do you think holds most people back? Is it lack of talent? No. Is it bad luck? Maybe sometimes. But more often than not, it's this. They haven't trained their minds to handle discomfort. You see, success doesn't come from being comfortable. It comes from pushing through the uncomfortable. Think about the top athletes. They don't win because they never get tired. They win because they've trained themselves to keep going, even when they're exhausted. Same thing applies to business, relationships, health, wealth, whatever area of life you want to improve. It all starts with training your mind. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. I'm just not built for that kind of grind. Well, guess what? Nobody is born with discipline. It's not genetic. It's not handed down like eye color or hair type. Discipline is a muscle, and like any muscle, it gets stronger with use. Welcome, champions, to another episode of Focus or Fade Pods, the podcast dedicated to forging an unbreakable spirit and unlocking your fullest potential. I'm your host, Nolan Kade, and today we're diving deep into something that has changed my life, and I hope it changes yours too. You know, we often look at successful people, those who seem to effortlessly achieve their goals, and we wonder what their secret is. Is it talent, luck, unending motivation? While those things can play a part, the real foundational secret lies in something far more accessible to all of us. It's not about being born with an extraordinary brain. It's about training the one you have. Think about it. Every single day, you face battles. Some are external, deadlines, challenging projects, difficult conversations. But the most crucial battles are internal. They're fought in the quiet chambers of your mind. It's the voice of doubt telling you to quit, the urge to procrastinate just a little longer. These are the moments where mental strength and discipline aren't just helpful, they are absolutely essential. Many of us go through life reacting to these internal challenges, letting our moods and impulses dictate our actions. We wait for motivation to strike or for the perfect conditions to appear before we even begin. But what if I told you that approach is fundamentally flawed? What if the path to winning every day isn't about waiting for inspiration, but about cultivating the inner fortitude to create it? The truth is, your mind is a muscle. Just like your biceps or your quads, it responds to training. It can become stronger, more resilient, and more disciplined with consistent effort. And just like physical training, mental training isn't always comfortable. It requires pushing past, embracing discomfort, and consistently choosing the harder path when your instincts scream for ease. But the rewards, they are immeasurable. So, for the next roughly 20 minutes, we're going to explore some core principles of mental strength and discipline. This isn't just theory. These are actionable insights that, when applied, will help you train your mind to win every single day. First, let's address a misconception: that mental strength means being emotionless or never feeling fear. That's not it at all. Mental strength isn't the absence of fear or doubt, it's the ability to act in spite of them. It's about recognizing those emotions, acknowledging them, and then choosing to move forward anyway. It's about understanding that discomfort is often a sign of growth, not a signal to retreat. One of the biggest hurdles we face is our brain's natural inclination towards comfort and efficiency. It loves routines, even bad ones, because they conserve energy. Breaking out of those patterns, venturing into the unknown, or tackling a difficult task, these all register as potential threats or energy drains to your primal brain. This is why procrastination feels so tempting. It's an escape from perceived discomfort. But we know, from bitter experience, that this temporary relief comes at a steep cost. It robs us of our peace of mind. So, how do we counteract this natural wiring? It starts with awareness. You have to recognize when your mind is trying to pull you back into old, comfortable, but ultimately unhelpful patterns. Is that urge to check social media right before starting a project a genuine need, or is it your brain seeking a quick dopamine hit to avoid the initial discomfort of focus? Is "I'll do it tomorrow" a legitimate scheduling decision, or a whisper of procrastination? Learning to identify these internal signals is the first step in taking control. Once you've identified the signal, the next crucial step is to intervene. And this is where discipline comes in. Discipline is not about brute force willpower, which, by the way, is a finite resource. Think of willpower like a battery. It drains with every decision you make and every temptation you resist throughout the day. If you rely solely on willpower, you're setting yourself up for burnout. The real power lies in building systems and habits that make the disciplined choice the easy choice, or at least the automatic choice. Consider the concept of pre-commitment. This is where you make decisions before you're in the heat of the moment, before your willpower battery is depleted. For example, if you know you need to exercise in the morning, lay out your workout clothes the night before. Or even better, schedule a workout with a friend, adding a layer of external accountability. If you're prone to endlessly scrolling on your phone, put it in another room while you're working, or use an app to block distracting websites during your focused periods. These aren't about relying on superhuman discipline. They're about designing your environment and your routine to support your desired behavior. Another powerful technique for building mental strength is embracing discomfort. We often avoid things that feel hard, but truly strong individuals understand that growth happens on the other side of that discomfort. Instead of saying, "This is too hard, I can't do it," reframe it as, "This is challenging, which means I'm growing." When you actively seek out and lean into situations that stretch you, you gradually expand your comfort zone. Your mind learns that it can handle more than it previously thought. This builds resilience, the ability to bounce back from setbacks and to keep going when things get tough. No one, not even the most mentally strong individual, is perfect. You will miss a workout. You will procrastinate on a task. You will have days where your focus wavers. The key isn't to never fall, but to master the art of getting back up quickly. This is where a principle like the never miss twice rule becomes invaluable. If you miss a day on a habit, commit to doing whatever it takes to show up the very next day. Don't let one slip snowball into a full-blown derailment. Missing once is just life. Missing twice can become a habit. By immediately correcting course, you reinforce to your brain that you are someone who follows through, someone who is resilient, and someone who won't let a temporary stumble define their long-term trajectory. Now, let's talk about the power of focus. In our hyper-connected world, sustained focus is becoming a rare superpower. Our minds are constantly being pulled in a million directions. Mental strength includes the ability to direct your attention intentionally, to block out the noise, and to concentrate on the task at hand. This requires proactive distraction removal. It's about creating a focus zone, a dedicated space where distractions are minimized. Turn off notifications, close unnecessary browser tabs, put your phone away. Treat your focus like a precious resource, because it is. And when a distraction does inevitably pop up, recognize it immediately and remove it within 30 seconds. Don't let it linger and steal your momentum. Finally, the journey of mental strength and discipline isn't about grand, sweeping gestures. It's built through small, consistent wins every single day. Celebrate those small wins. When you complete a task you've been avoiding, or stick to a habit even when you don't feel like it, give yourself a moment of recognition. This releases dopamine, reinforcing the positive behavior and making you more likely to repeat it. These tiny victories compound over time, building a belief in your own capabilities. You don't need confidence to start. You build confidence by starting and taking action. Your mind is your most powerful tool. It can be your greatest ally or your most formidable opponent. The choice is yours. Are you going to let your old habits dictate your days, or are you going to take intentional control, training your mind to serve your highest goals? It's about showing up consistently, even when it's hard, even when you're tired, and especially when doubt whispers in your ear. It's about understanding that every time you choose action over avoidance, every time you push through discomfort, you're not just completing a task, you're building a stronger, more resilient, and more unstoppable version of yourself. The path to winning every day starts not with external circumstances, but with the conscious decision to train your mind. It's within your grasp, right now, to begin that training. Now, I know this episode has been packed with ideas, strategies, and mindset shifts, but if you're serious about building mental strength and discipline, not just listening to it, but living it, then I have something special for you. Check out my book called Train Your Mind to Win Every Day, a simple guide to mental strength and discipline. Yes, that's the title of today's episode, and it's also the name of the book. Inside, you'll find daily mental exercises to build discipline, strategies to overcome procrastination and self-doubt, how to create unshakable focus and consistency, real-world examples of people who transformed their lives through mindset. This book is not just theory, it's a step-by-step guide to building a mindset that wins every single day. Whether you're trying to improve your career, fitness, relationships, or personal growth, this book will help you unlock the mental edge you've been missing. So here's what I want you to do after this episode ends. Go to the description of this video and grab your copy of Train Your Mind to Win Every Day. Read it, highlight it, apply it, then come back in a few weeks and tell me how your life has changed. Because when you train your mind, truly train it, nothing can stop you. You start winning at life, not by accident, not by luck, but by design. Thank you so much for tuning in today. If you found value in this episode, share it with a friend. Leave a review. Let's build a community of mentally strong individuals who refuse to settle for anything less than greatness. Until next time, remember, you don't need to be perfect. You just need to be consistent. Stay strong, stay disciplined, and keep training your mind to win every day. This has been Focus or Fade Pods. I'm Nolan Kade. Until next time, go win today.